So before we begin this video, I want to be as transparent as I can with you guys. In the past 5 months, I have not been uploading videos as much as I should, or let's just say since I started this channel, I haven't been uploading videos as much as I should. Now the reason for this is I have been homeless for 5 months. Now don't take pity on me because this is a decision that I chose. There's a YouTuber, his name is Elliot Holtz, and he speaks about this. He speaks about making that leap and doing something that takes you out of your comfort zone, going after your dreams, following the beat of your own heart. Now, honestly, you don't have to make as drastic of a decision as I did. You can do this from the pleasure of your own home. You can do it from your parents' house, your sisters, your brothers. It doesn't matter. But just wanted to go ahead and get that through to you guys. And you know, I wouldn't be where I am now if it wasn't for not just my hard work, but for you guys and the brothers out of which I am mentoring. So shout out to them and shout out to all of you. With that being said, let's jump right in. At 8 months, you are now free without thinking. The way that I can explain that to you is I had spoken about in another one of my videos that you are already free. You know, whether you're at day 1, whether you're at your first week, second week, first month, second month, doesn't matter what time it is, you are already free. But you have to consciously remind yourself that you're free. You have to consciously remind yourself to act as if you are free, and then you will be free. And at this stage, at this point, you don't have to do that anymore. It just flows perfectly. You are free. You act as if you are free. You don't have to consciously remind yourself. Something else that I could really give you guys my insight on is that at 8 months, you feel as if you were a kid. You know, throughout the recovery process, you'll have small moments where you will feel as if you were a kid again. And by a kid, I mean you feel that innocence, you know, you feel that the beauty and just the strength of every single moment that you were living in. And at 8 months, it's almost as if every single moment of your day is like it was back then, like if you were a kid. It's a very strong feeling, you know, just like I spoke about, it's being in the present, but it's different than that. And it's not something that I could truly explain. You'd have to feel it for yourself. And even that, you already know how it feels because you were a kid at once. You have felt this feeling, but it's very hard to put it into words. If I could put it into a word to just describe it vaguely, to my understanding, is magical. Literally, this feeling is magical. Now, some things that I wanted to tell you to help you in this journey is that it all comes down to how badly do you want to succeed? All right? How badly do you want to get over this addiction? That's the question you need to ask yourself. Because if you are relapsing, if you are just slipping up, looking at shit that you shouldn't be looking at, or if you're going a certain amount of time and then fucking up, it all comes down to you. How bad do you want to be free from this addiction? And if you want it as bad as you think or that you say that you want it, you will do whatever it takes to never relapse again. Now, with that being said, I wanted to say that a relapse should not be seen as something negative. All right, now I'm not going to say to just go and relapse because it's not right. You know, it's the stupidest thing you can do. But in a sense, it's not. So what I want to tell you is that this guy has his own YouTube channel. His name is Sacred Sexuality. And he spoke about relapse, and he had said that a relapse shows you a flaw in your armor. Now, in a sense, if you correct that flaw, then the relapse will cease to occur. So if you think about the times that you relapse, and don't think about the relapse itself, think about what led to that relapse. And there's a quote, it says, "Don't look where you fell, but where you slipped." All right, if you can find the reasons as to why you relapse, and you can work at those reasons, or just work at them to where you no longer have that problem. You know, for some people it might be, when I get anxious or desperate, I relapse. Or if you get anxious and desperate, if you can find different ways to cope with that, then you will not relapse with that manner. For some people it might be, I'm lonely and I relapse when I'm lonely. Well, if you're lonely and you can find things to do, or you can just spend time with other people, make new friends or something like that, that relapse will cease to occur in that manner. You see what I mean? Last thing that I wanted to touch base with you guys is that at 8 months, you tend to notice that in this life, energy is very real. You know, whether you choose to believe it or not, there's a positive and there's a negative energy. Religion speaks about this, science speaks about this, and at this stage in my life, in this journey, I can tell you guys that at 8 months, you will see that there are 2 different states. There's a state of drifting, and there's a state of flowing, all right? Drifting is when the negative energy takes a hold. That is what is in control. And an example that I could give to you is when you get angry, and then you're talking with someone, you say something that you didn't mean, and then the next day you think about it and you're like, oh man, like I didn't mean to say that. And then you go to them, you apologize, and you say, yo, like, I'm sorry, I really didn't mean to say that. I was just angry. Well, something else was in control. The thing that I realized too is that when you are in the beginning stages, or when you are in a flat line, or when you are just in the addicted stages, you haven't even began trying to get over it, you will be drifting 9 out of 10 times. Every single moment throughout your day, you will just be drifting throughout that day. Now, as you progress in this journey and as you abstain more and more, you will begin to enter a state of flow, and that is when the positive energy is in control. Examples that I could give to you on this is when everything seems to go right. When every interaction you have is beautiful, it's perfect. That's what I've realized along this journey. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching. And remember, the time is now.